Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hello and welcome to another episode of NieR Automata. Pod 42, contact initiated between Pod 42 and 153. Let's continue this. Pod 153. What is the matter, Pod 042? Pod 153. This protocol is not an interface intended for conservational use. Acknowledged. However, this pod has a confidential transmission from Pod 153. Understood. Begin transmission. An error has been detected in the transmission network between 042 and 153. Hypothesis. Said area is fragmented data caused by deterioration of the transmission environment. It may be so. However, it may also not be so. Message unclear. Clarification requested. After repeated information exchanges between multiple pods, an unexpected phenomenon has occurred. We pods have developed unusually protective feelings towards support targets 2B, A2, and 9S. Query. Could this be our will? Pod 153. Unknown. The definition of will is unclear. Will is the question of whether pods are capable of their own self-determination. Pod 153. Pod 153. Even if it were possible, such actions cannot be abided. Successful mission fulfillment is all that matters. Whatever the case, we tactical support units have a duty to see this through to the end. Duty? Heh. You sounded just like an android there. What happened to 153 suddenly? Pod 042. Agreed, but just as androids are influenced by humans, so are we tied to our creators. Perhaps. Pod 153. Pod 042. Do not die. The concept of death has no meaning to tactile support units. However, your expression of concern is appreciated. I also hope that you do not die, Pod 042. Yeah.
Physical check complete. Memory check complete. Maintenance mode complete. Yorha Unit 9S. Activate. Good morning, 9S.
Am I...
Analysis. The enemy structural unit collapsed during battle. Unit 9S suffered damage from the fall and was placed in emergency suspend mode. Fall location was deemed too dangerous, thus said unit was transported to current location. All system checks and reactivation complete.
Operator.
Operator model 210 is deceased. Black box signal not found.
Oh.
That's sad. Alright, you know what? I think is...
Situation report.
Tower access authentication key acquired.
Oh, park access key. Alright, before we go any further...
The required
Oopsies. Let's see if we can save. No, we'll save in a second.
Authentication keys have been acquired. The tower is now open for investigation.
Alright, first things first. First things first, let's save. I would appreciate a save. Oh, actually, yep, this way. I don't know how I get turned around. How many hours I've been playing this now? 50. 50 hours. And I still don't remember everything. So none of these guys are hostile, and one is still a shopkeeper, which I've been using to upgrade my weapons. Until very recently. This guy's not hostile, luckily, who I thought he was before. Alright. Let's try fighting the bunny. We'll try. That being the keyword there. I think we are correct level, and we are 9S. So, whoops. The machine on break, as far as I know, is not... Yeah, he's still okay. He's one of the very few that is not affected by any of this. He's just hiding now and super scared. And the shopkeeper is still fine. Or not fine. He still sells us things. And that's about it. Apparently you cannot... Oh my god, I'm going the wrong way. Apparently you cannot target this bunny, so we may do a couple deaths in the meantime. But, let's try it. Let's see if we can do this. Apparently he's really tough. Let's see how long this takes.
die.
Proposal. Silenced. Threat has been neutralized.
That took way more time to kill him, or to bring him to life, than to kill him. I hope I didn't miss anything. I'm gonna have to, like, pay attention to that. But yeah, holy crap, 3 hacks and he was done. I have a EMP on that silences someone for a half minute, or 4.5 seconds or whatever. Okay, let's continue on. That was wild. I, like, kept hitting him. I think I've got to see how long I hit him for, how many minutes it was. I'll put that in the edited comments. But holy crap. Alright, let's continue on. Map mode. Ah, back to the tower, eh? We could also see this guy, too. Nah. Let's go to the City Ruins Center. Aw, cool bird shadow. That's awesome.
Hello, and thank you for choosing Tower System Services. We apologize for the inconvenience, but locks on each sub-unit must be deactivated before accessing the main tower. Have a great day.
Oh.
Tower sub-unit access granted.
Alright, what's this? What are we doing? Begin hacking. Alright. 2 more. Whoop.
Tower sub-unit access granted.
I wonder if there's mines around here. Alright, last one.
Tower sub-unit access granted.
In we go. All right.
Congratulations! You've unlocked all of the sub-units. That means a special prize is waiting for you inside the tower.
Utter death.
We look forward to serving you.
Alert. Enemy caution level rising. Cause is most likely concern over Unit 9S gaining access to tower.
Out of my way!
Ah! take these guys out. Whoa, why is that guy a friendly?
Damn it! They won't stop coming!
Alert. Allied signal detected.
Allies? Wait, you?
9S, we've been expecting you. The two of us will take things from here. You need to open the door to the tower.
Pop and Devs! Alright, in we go.
Devola? Popola? What are you doing here?
Remember your promise?
What are you talking about?
Come on, 9S. Hack in while you can.
None of this makes any sense!
We'll explain everything once we're inside.
Ah!
We've got this, 9S. You just focus on hacking.
Woo! All right. Ah! Okay, what do we got here? Alright, we know what we're doing. No, oh my god, all of them. Ah! Is that everyone? Alright, let's do it. Motor butts. You're a big guy. Oh.
What's this barrier?
Analysis. It's part of a closed defensive system.
Well, how do I break it down?
Hypothesis. Unit 9S could permit its self-consciousness data to lose control. The resulting energy surge has an acceptable probability of temporarily paralyzing the barrier.
That's almost as bad as not going in at all!
What happened?
It's the barrier.
Popola!
No, don't! You can't do anything! The wall's got a self-closing
Enough!
algorithm!
Devil and I, we have to atone for our sins no matter what!
But if you do that, your circuits will...
Devola! Right.
Devola!
I hope you don't regret this.
The twins are mine. Oh my god. Alert. Data records discovered for units Devola and Popola. Do you wish to open this data now? Open it now. A dusty wind kisses my cheeks. Buried in sand, we press forward one step at a time. We have nowhere else to go, after all. Because our models, the Devola and Popola models, are defective. Transitions in the project's initial phase. When first we woke, there were still people. They had flesh, egos, emotions, souls, and they issued us a single order: function as observers of Project Gestalt. This is the sole mission of the twin Devola and Popola models. It is the only reason we exist at all. We were the latest models, although many companions shared our appearance. There was a sparkle in all of our eyes, a sense of pride at having been entrusted with humanity's future. And yes, there was anxiety as well. But we existed as a pair, we shared destiny's burden as a pair, and because of that, all hesitation was swept away. Each pair was given their own cities as observation areas. We were ordered to guide the replicants with our own hands, all for the sake of promised time that would one day arrive. We were the only ones who could handle such a duty. We were observers, after all. Ah! Watch out! Devola staggers and falls in the soft yet unforgiving sand. I hurry to her side and sigh with relief when I find she's not seriously hurt. Are you alright? Sorry, sis. Guess I spaced out there for a bit. She smiles, the same wry smile I know so well, as she rubs absently at her leg. It is wrapped in a white bandage. Your bandage is coming undone. Here, let me change it. It's alright, Popola. Come on, we have to go before we lose the light. We won't be going anywhere if sand gets into that thing. Now quit whining and hold still. I'll be quick. Devola grunts and turns away. I take it as consent. Soon we are resting in the shade of a nearby rock as I pull the bandage free. Artificial skin, torn and bloodied, peeks out from beneath the bandage. Judging by Devola's current lack of ambulatory control, I imagine the circuitry underneath has been damaged as well. Take a deep breath, I check the circuitry to see if it can be repaired, replace the bandage and hope for the best. Let's try this. As expected, wiring in the nerve circuitry has been damaged. Replacing it will require new connectors, as well as some tools, none of which is easy to find in the desert. Sorry about that, sis, mutters Devola. That wry smile again. It kills me every time. Don't you dare apologize, I respond. You've done nothing wrong. I calmly change the bandage, trying not to let my worry show. I make it as tight as possible so no sand can slip inside. It's all I can do until I get the proper materials. But that's gonna be a tall order, considering our current condition. I'm sorry, sister. Okay, now you're apologizing? We both apologize while insisting the other's apology isn't necessary. It's kind of funny in a way, such a trivial exchange under such circumstances. We laugh together, the sound echoing out across the desert before being stolen by the cool evening wind. Report regarding the increase in relapses. There has to be some way to prevent relapses. Devola's sharp voice echoes through our private quarters. You must be quiet, sister. The replicants will hear. Pfft. They wouldn't understand even if they did. That might be true, but regardless. Annoyed at my hesitation, Devola crosses her legs and scowls. The black scrawl took another victim, she says. That's 3 this month. It's spreading way too fast. Let's wait and see what happens. I'm tired of hearing you say that. Her shout makes me jump, just a little, but enough for her to notice. Seeing that, her eyes suddenly open wide. I'm sorry, sis. It's not your fault. I shouldn't have lashed out like that. It's okay. I understand. It's all gone wrong. You can feel it too, right? When I was first assigned to Project Gestalt, I was over the moon with pride. But now my chest hurts just to think about it. If it were to fail... Before we knew it, the replicants had gained a sense of self, and the black scrawl started raging out of control. It moved fast. So fast. Like a wind. Popola and I would go to the observation room and act like it was all okay. We'd talk to the replicants if we didn't have a care in the world. We'd talk to the replicants as if we didn't have a care in the world. But at night, we just hold each other and share the horror of it all. I'm glad you're with me, murmurs Popola. I couldn't have handled being an observer all alone. We were able to endure because we had each other, I reply softly. Did the humans see this coming? Is that why they made twin models? Were they really so clever? Were they really so cruel? I couldn't have done this by myself. I would have descended into madness. I simply couldn't bear a burden all alone. When I get the chance, I'm going to try contacting another city, she says. Maybe these abnormalities are a localized phenomenon. I pray that's the case, I reply. Even if we're of no use to ourselves, things will still work out if other observers can pull through. Don't worry, it's going to be okay. But it wasn't okay. Nothing was okay. all thanks to a pair of Devola and Popola models from another town. The wind rubs my cheek, the sand grazes my skin. It's grown cold out here. We walk with renewed purpose, hoping to make up for lost time. Devola loses her balance every now and then. It gets bad after a while. I slip myself under her arm so she won't fall again, and we press on. Is your leg alright? Well, I doubt I'll be dancing anytime soon, but yeah, it's fine. She smiles as she says this, but I can tell she doesn't have much left, and yet she continues to smile, and so I won't worry. I remember when our resistance allies injured her leg. I was furious, beyond fury. I wanted to scream and cry and lose myself in it, but then she smiled, and all the rage just drifted away. To think we have the same face, yet such different smiles. One day, I realized how she reminded me of the martyrs I'd seen in the old records. That was the day we decided to leave our town forever. Project Gestalt's end. Our role as observers ended on the day Project Gestalt collapsed, all due to the actions of Devola and Popola models from another town. With the original Gestalt lost, humanity was doomed to an inevitable extinction. Knowing this, we gathered what remaining replicant data we could find and launched it to the surface of the moon. And though success was as unlikely as finding a lost sand grain in the desert, we still had to attempt it. We still had to try. We were androids, you see. Protecting humanity was our instinct. Other androids, beholden to that same instinct, began to direct their hate at the Devola and Popola models who'd snuffed out humanity. It started small, a few offhand remarks, the occasional glance. But even the smallest things have weight, and with enough of them combined, that weight eventually becomes a boulder. Emotions boiled over, remarks became jeers, and soon enough, my sister and I were the perfect target for persecution. At first, we simply accepted the fact that our friend turned on us. It was almost unavoidable, I suppose. We were observers for Project Gestalt, after all. And while we didn't cause it to fail, the people who did, well, they looked just like us. So we accepted it. We took the resentment and scorn. We endured. Because as crazy as it sounds, I think we actually felt responsible. We moved from town to town in an effort to avoid persecution, but in one such town, my seemingly infinite patience finally broke. My sister, Devola, met with unprovoked violences at the hand of a resistance member. She said something in response to his taunts. Something quiet. And though her words were ambiguous, he slashed her leg nearly in two. My vision narrowed, everything went red, and then she smiled at me. It's okay, sis, there's nothing we can do. But it was too late. My emotions were no longer in my control. I'm simply not strong enough to stand aside and let the most important person in the world come to harm. Devola and I left the town that same day. Violence like that wouldn't stop. It was going to happen anyway. And it wouldn't be coming from just one person. So rather than let them kill us, we ran. I guess it was the greatest resistance I could muster. We lose the sun as dark clouds gather overhead. We continue our march. A cold wind blasts us, stealing what little body heat we had left. I smell rain in the air. We continue our march. Sometimes we hear animals howling in the distance. It makes us flinch every time. But we continue our march because even this is better than suffering at the hands of our fellow androids. Why must we suffer this persecution? I know that we're the same model as the androids who doomed humanity, so I understand that part. At least, a little anyway. But at the same time, we're not them. We're not the same. We are who we are, and that Devola and Popola were who they were. That's how I felt when I saw Devola being hurt. I wanted to shout at everyone. I wanted to scream. As far as I'm concerned, there's only one Devola. And for her, there's only me. No one can take the other's place. Rain falls from the sky. It stimulates our sensation nerves like cold needles. We need maintenance badly, but that's a pipe dream, I suppose. No android would dare to help a pair of outcasts like us. Are you cold, Devola? I'm alright as long as you're with me, sis. I feel the same. We press our bodies together and try to retain heat. It's cold now, much worse than the searing heat of midday, but we just smile at each other and keep pressing on. There's another camp on the other side of the desert, a new camp. If we can just get there, I can finally fix Devola's leg. And yet I wonder if there's anywhere on this planet that will take us. Hey, what's wrong? It's nothing, don't worry about it. I do what I can to suppress the anxiety in my chest and keep walking. The rain grows worse. It lashes at us without pause. Is this our punishment? I reach out and touch Devola's cheek. Let's try that one. The rain flows down her cheek like tears. I reach over and gently wipe it away. She smiles but seems surprised. There's no point in doing that, you know, she whispers. But there is. Because I swore to myself that I would stay with her forever. For that is the fate we twin androids have been assigned. "153. The failure to manage the area resulted in the collapse of the Gestalt system, which led to the decimation of human race. Due to the discovery of its instability, the twin system was removed from the future android production designs. Following the incident, the Devola and Popola models were not dismantled. However, in order to prevent further unexpected behavior, they underwent a memory wipe. Furthermore, they were reprogrammed to generate constant feelings of guilt."
That is all that remains from their personal record during the era in which they were referred to as administrators.
I see.
Query: why do the androids Devola and Popola seem to prefer death over surviving alone? There was a very high probability that at least one could have escaped.
I hope you never have to understand.
Affirmative.
Oh.
Query: why does this tower possess an entrance at all? All material transport takes place via aerial vehicles. It is irrational for an infiltration route to be so easily accessible. Hypothesis: entrance is a trap.
That's quite likely. That is very likely. Let's save because we're allowed to. And then we can continue on.
I don't care. I just have to kill them all.
Do you not realize, 9S, that this is probably not the best recourse? We don't have to kill them all. Oh, this is so neat.
Corrupted Yorha units.
Ugh. Whoop. Whoop. They both fell over the edge. Whoopsies. My bad. Let me grab this first. Whoops. Oh my goodness. I can't do this.
Hello, and thank you for choosing Tower System Services. We're so pleased you've chosen to visit the tower today. Don't forget about the special prize for the guest who unlocks the last subunit in the room just ahead. You're going to love it.
I'm gonna kill you.
Let's Oopsies. Let's give ourselves some defense. And let's save. Oh. Huh. Alright.
Two B models? I'm glad I got to see you here. I truly am. I'll tear you apart. Every last one of you!
Woo, that's a lot of them. Let's get out of the circle. Circle time is not fun. Whoops. Moving ones. Why the movings? Ugh. Whoops. Man, I am needing a break after this, I think. Too many records in a row.
To be! Don't worry.
Ugh.
Alert. Enemies detected.
Still a few stragglers, huh?
Let's save again.
Alert. The structure known as the Tower has opened its gate.
Let's check it out.
All right, my lovelies, we will end it here for now. Devola and Popola's story took a while, but I hope you guys are enjoying it so far, and we will continue this on the next episode. I feel like this is a shorter chapter than the last two. I'm not entirely sure, though. All right, guys, talk to you soon. Tune in next time.